me tell yourself, me did have a house back home, people. Me go back home, me hand over back the citizenship and head back to me yard.
If someone don't want to know if you don't have friends, so one to become a friend. Hey!
In other foreign lands, mighty God, you have to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs, 1 job just now cut it. And
don't stay there and suffer. We encourage all our Jamaicans, come back home.
Don't know Jamaica Dancehall Voice is like a place, you know. How we can face, you know.
Yeah, you don't know Jamaica Dancehall Voice. Girl, them #1 choice.
Alright folks, welcome back to Jamaica Dancehall Voice, and in today's video we're gonna talk about a burning topic.
A burning topic.
Yes, a burning topic.
I wonder what that topic could be.
So we're gonna be talking about Jamaicans in America and their current situation. There are a wave of Jamaicans self-deporting back to Jamaica due to the current situation in America. So we're gonna be hearing their stories and give you guys our feedback as well. So let's get into the topics.
Yes, people, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.
If you're there fasting and praying to come to America, I think I would say you scroll because this video is not for you. But I think I would say stay and listen so that when you're praying, you also know. It's good to pray with understanding, right? And the people who are like, oh, you should stop discouraging people and stuff like that, please, it's not today. Don't start today. Don't start with me. I need to rant. So it's officially one year in America. I actually came here February 2024. Yeah, so I'm officially 1 year, and I don't want to cry. I miss my life home. Yeah. If I was given the opportunity right now, I'll pick my life back home without thinking twice. Ever since I got here, I have just been thinking so much, and I'm like, I had things going on for me. Life was good. I kept thinking about, or I've been thinking from time to time. I'll just sit and think all the projects I had back home, all the things I was doing. I'm not a lazy person. I consider myself a very hardworking woman. And so I had life going on for myself. So let me give you a backstory. I moved here not necessarily to look for greener pastures, but because I met a man that I fell in love with, and he happens to be from here and live here. And because of everything we've been told by the media about America and how great this place is, how this is the land of milk and honey, I thought it's only wise, and I'm also very traditional, so I thought it's only wise for me to follow my husband and live where he lives. My husband has been here for some time. He has lived outside the US. He's lived in Germany. He's lived in Iran or Iraq. I think Iraq. He's a veteran. So he has always been mentioning here and there about, how difficult life is here, like just the challenges that are in this country. But I never listened. Like I used to listen to him with this ear and it will leave with the other ear. You know how Africans we are, like, based on what we've been told, America is all this. So I was like, this man doesn't want me to enjoy the American dream. But he has time without number expressed his dissatisfaction about this place. Heck, he doesn't even want to retire in this country. And if he was given the opportunity as well, like right now, he would also choose to leave. So anyway, I didn't come to America for greener pastures, like I was saying. Even before I met him, I had a good life back home. I had a stable job. I had opportunities. I was happy. I was enjoying food. I was enjoying the warm community. I was enjoying the good weather. I could travel every weekend. I was on the road just traveling. As a corporate person, or being in corporate, having 21 days off annual leave every year. By the time it got to December, I never had any leave left. I was that outgoing, and I really loved my life back home. So I don't know if it's because I moved here when I'm old enough, because I moved here when I was 30 years old. And so that's why I'm having a hard time adjusting. But I really, really miss home. I really, really miss home. There are times I just want to let all the years we've, struggled just to get my visa to come here go down the drain, and I just move back home and just continue with the projects that I had, just continue with what I was doing there. But I just keep telling myself, let me keep pushing, because maybe this feeling will go away. I'm literally shaking. I've spoken to quite a number of people who have stayed here for some time, and they keep telling me this is normal. It's a normal feeling to feel when you're still new. And that you get used to, life here. So I don't know at what point I'll stop thinking about this. The reason why I recorded this video, the reason why I started recording this video is because this morning that feeling hit me so hard. I'm just seated here and I'm like thinking of everything that I was doing back home, and I'm like, maybe I should just go back and do that. Like, it was working. I don't have to start from scratch. And like I said, I'm a career person. I'm a career woman. So I don't necessarily need to work. My husband can take care of us, but I still want to work because I believe in empowering myself and growing and, just having something going for myself as a woman. So I can't just sit at home and say, I don't want to start from the scratch or from the ground. I think that's one of the reasons that's really making me feel frustrated, is because by the time I was leaving home, I was up here in my career, and of course nobody will recognize that when you come. You can't tell them, hey, look, I was a manager back home, and they start you off at the managerial position. No, I'm really grateful that I've joined the field that I was back home, sales and marketing or customer service, because that's what I love doing. So I've joined that, but you have to start from scratch. Aside from that, there's food, I'm just having a very hard time with food. Sometimes it's just so difficult to eat. I'm like, what can I eat? So many people have suggested like Kenyan foods, but I have to drive like 2 hours away to just go get food or Kenyan food. And it's not sustainable to buy Kenyan food all the time. You get what I mean? Yeah, and generally just the feeling, the vibe, it's also exhausting as a parent because there's no help here. You really have to just do everything, you and your partner. Oh my God, it's just so much. But yeah, this is also part of the relocation journey that probably you will not see. But here we are. Here we are.
You know, say, in a real big woman life, you know, say, if someone don't want to know if you don't have friends and family, so when they're Jamaican, you know, everybody alright, and them they are fine now. So once you come a foreign, hey, everybody hates you, but not like you. Hey, because guess what? Your name for their foreign. You understand? Foreign never makes for dog. Just like our prison never makes for dog. You understand? They make for all away. They make for the whole away. If you have a chance and opportunity to know what it feels like. I always say this. I would like everybody in Jamaica who have never traveled before to experience what them big country are and see what it is like. You understand? Everybody have to come and know for themselves. Tanasi, now go help you now.
Okay, any thoughts so far?
Yeah, based on what I'm hearing so far, my thing is this. In life, people, there's always going to be obstacles. Obstacles come not as a deterrent, but as a stepping stone to shape you and groom you to be your greater self or your better self. Some persons in America, they work very hard, they don't succeed, they give up, they go back home. No, to be fair, some persons go back to Jamaica and actually get a better life. Versus some persons stay in America for an extended time and them grind, them work hard and they make it and they are where they want to be now in life. Where there are some persons who stay in America and them waste them time, they don't really do much. You know, so it's really a sad situation. And as I said, with Donald Trump's new immigration laws now, it's going to be a whole lot harder for many Jamaicans to survive in America.
Well, as far as I see, many Jamaicans go to the United States looking for a better life. But at the end of the day, you know, everyone's story is different. I think sometimes we put ourselves in situations hoping for, you know, someone to give us a helping hand. But unfortunately, that's not how life is most of the time, right? And there are persons who actually vote to America, they work hard, they do what they're supposed to do, and they still don't make it. Now, Donald Trump's new immigration policies is going to be a lot harder for Jamaicans to fulfill those dreams in America. As we can see, most Jamaicans are returning home. The agricultural sector in America, I'm hearing, is plummeting as well. You know, so it's very interesting to see where we go from here, moving forward.
So let's hear what the Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness has to say about the situation.
Last month, the new administration in Washington has been following through on their plan to deport criminal offenders living in the United States illegally, which includes a number of Jamaicans. Let me be clear, we respect the sovereign right of any country to determine their internal security, public order, and social policy. We encourage all our Jamaicans who live in foreign countries to follow the law of the country in which you are resident. But never forget that Jamaica is your homeland. You are not homeless or stateless. What we are trying to build here is a place where every Jamaican can feel proud and comfortable to come back home. That's what we want to build here. Your homeland. And if you're finding it difficult where you are, come back here. Ackee and saltfish was always good. It's on the tree, you can get it. Don't stay there and suffer. Come back home. But as I said before, don't come back here to destroy your homeland and what we have been working very hard to create so that you wouldn't have had to leave in the first place. And as I said, we have been making strides in that regard. So expect to be dealt with a firm hand if your intent is criminal. Come back and let us build your homeland so that you can stand up with pride with the citizens of the world about your country. That you don't have to be economic refugees. That's what it is about. Disabuse yourself of this notion that you can only make it through crime and therefore you're going to join a gang and become a part of the problem. I appeal to all of you who have been exposed overseas and see what prosperity is like. Come back home and let us work together to build the prosperous nation that Jamaica is destined to be. Don't come back here with guns. On that matter, I noted carefully a news report that Florida is contemplating requiring persons sending remittances to provide a higher level of identification. I haven't verified the report, but from all accounts it seems to be something that is being pursued. But again, I repeat, we respect the sovereign right of any country to pursue their public order, citizen security, and social policies. But it would be very useful, however, if the intention is to find criminals who are also illegal migrants. To put some effort on those who are trying to send back guns to Jamaica. The remittance coming back to Jamaica is helping grandma in some remote community to survive an extra day. So too is the barrel with rice. But it is unfortunate when the gun is in that rice. So if it is the objective to capture those criminals, you know, it would be very useful to start asking for a higher level of identification for those criminals who are sending back the guns in the speaker boxes and in the bag of rice and in the box of soap powder, as we call it. That would be very useful to us. We're living in profoundly changing times. There are many Jamaicans who will be concerned about the change in immigration policies in the United States. There are many Jamaicans, of course, who live in the United States. I would want to reassure Jamaicans that your government has long been planning and putting in place measures to address any changes in policies in the United States. Firstly, let me say that Jamaica is the homeland. So Jamaicans all over the world will always be welcome back to your homeland. And we are prepared to receive all our hard-working Jamaicans who have been in the United States or wherever they may have gone for economic benefits. Jamaica has always been, since its colonial days to now, a net supplier of talent to the world. It may be a good thing to have some of our Jamaican talent return to our shores to help us to build our country. There are many Jamaicans now who are feeling uncertain in the United States and who are considering returning on their own to avoid the indignity of being deported. And we welcome you back to Jamaica. We want your talent. We want your resources. There are many opportunities in Jamaica that together we can take advantage of and build the country that we would want. But let me be clear that for those Jamaicans who intend to come back with crime and violence to undermine what we have been building here, let me be clear to you that this is not the Jamaica that you left 10 or 20 years ago. It is not the JCF that you left 10 or 20 years ago. You will either meet a judge or your maker if you come back to Jamaica and violate our laws and create havoc. I know that there are many who will be returning to Jamaica, coming back to lovely communities like these, rural areas like these, and they may attempt to set up gangs, get involved in scamming, and undermine the values of the communities that they return to. We will not tolerate that. We want all our Jamaicans to always feel that they have somewhere to come back to.
It's not easy. Me tell yourself, me did have a house back home, people. Me go back home, me hand over back the citizenship and head back to my yard and go do something down there. Put up a little shop or something, or build up a little stall and sell two little something on it. Turn over one money so till it can build, accumulate money for build up a shop. I tell the truth to God love. If me have a house back home, me give up my citizenship and go back on my yard, me I tell you the truth to God love. Cause me there do work like a fucking slave and me can't see me way. Me say work. And can't see me way. Can't see me way. And the man them nowadays are woman for mind them and me never see myself a mind a man yet. I left me have it. I left me have it. Me not say me have it and me have a man at the youth and me can buy my shirt, me won't buy it. Me will buy that also. Or me go somewhere and say a pair of shoes and me see it and me like it and know say my man that like it, me that buy it. But for your boy sit down for me and me a work on mining, that in my book. That in my book. The only pitney when me used to mind is my son, and him pass the worst than I work. And if I never fit him where back me, but how long me cannot take from him? How long? And him a back me up for me can pay my bills so do me a earn. How long? How long he give me $500 a month to help towards the overhead them? How long? Fee money, if I never fee money, me would not eat. I fee money buy food and pay me light bill and pay me internet bill. Me can't put no pressure upon him. Cause him young, have his own life. And my son not obligated for give me nothing. And I like some parents to sit down and I bleed out them kids, I bleed out them pocket. And I say, yes, but I me take care of you till you pass. So you're supposed to mind me. Not obligated to no parents. So when my son had given me give thanks to Jehovah feet and tell him to continue to bless and prosper him and keep him. But me I tell us I live in this country, it's rough. And not joke. When me there at Jamaica, me a young girl, me always it's America, and everybody want to go America. And them call win in them country, but me get the opportunity to come here. Me get the opportunity to come here and I saw God design it for day in this place. My father get married and come up here and him do him have to do him turn him back pan we like some worthless father and him take we up here. 3 hours we file for me to come in this country. But it's rough and no joke talk and no yo thing. It's rough. So anybody we are telling us say America easy and America this and everybody with that think say they live luxurious life and I live big. People live big if them have it for live big. Them would do it. But for me, me's a humble little girl. Cause I come from a humble home. Me no come see my father, them a hype. Me know what is hard life, me know what is struggle. Me know what it's like for not have food for eat. And people that think say come here, you work this and me come here, me I go 11 years now in this country, me I tell you the truth. Me never take a vacation, nothing for go another state. For say me I go, I want little Airbnb or any little thing and nothing like that. Me never travel back on a plane from me coming to this country, cause me not have where to travel with, me not have no money. Me not have no money, me not have where to travel with. Me not have it. I mean not joke and no joke thing and I just this not just do for no views, nothing. I serious something me I telling about. Me not lie. It's a struggle to live in this place. It's a struggle. Me not joke. Give thanks me have a roof over my head. If me not go work, if my foot a pain so bad I me not go work for a day, me lose a paycheck. Plus me lose time. Me lose a paycheck. Plus me lose that my time that me keep me in my job, my points that me keep me in my job. Me first say, Father God, please strengthen my foot that me can go work daily. My life depend on this job for pay me overhead in America. Every day me tell myself, say, if me have a house back home. Me tell the truth, say, me have a house back home. Cause me there at Jamaica, me used to do me look small business and so. Have me look cat in my yard and sell me look food and per Friday and such a day me fry me fish and everything there. And me blend up my magnum and peanut and okra juice and Irish mash and used to sell that at Jamaica. Me live in the countryside America. Me not live like New York and them place where you know say if you do a little thing you can get 1 and 2 support over that side. It's not easy. Me tell yourself me did have a house back home, people. Me go back home, me hand over back the citizenship and head back to my yard and go do something down there. Put up a little shop or something.
Nobody asked me, but I'm going to share my 10 cents anyways. Take this from a Jamaican, we just moved come a foreign. In other foreign lands, mighty God, you have to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs. 1 job just not cut it unless you live with your family and you have no responsibility. You know no friend of foreign, so if you live for a company, left at an airport. In other foreign lands, your face might break out. Facially frustrated for almost a year. If you're afraid of weight like me, don't come over here, come eat up there. Unhealthy food is not the same as the food in Jamaica. You got bad mind the people in my yard because they don't there live life, me I tell you. Social media is not a real place. People not post them struggles, know that. It's the land of opportunities as they say you can make it, but you have to be smart with it. Live below your means. When nobody come over here, come pull up on nobody black skirt within a toxic behavior, because police will find you now. Don't take the people them credit card and max it out and I go join in a dates. Family I first for this in the foreign lands. Find somebody we are focused, 2 on focus together. Like and follow for part 2.
So, before I was cut off, so if you're spending $2,500 on rent in New York City, right? Because I'm comparing like a state that has a lower cost of living, which like in Ohio where I live, the cost of the living is so much cheaper than New York, but it's still expensive. So I would pay for the year. I would pay like $9,000 for the year just for my mortgage, right? For a 4-bedroom house. And in New York, if you have a 2-bedroom apartment, maybe you'll spend like $2,500 for the month, right? That comes up to about $30,000 for the year. Where y'all getting it from? Why? Me can't take it, my heart. So $30,000 you're spending for the year. Now, in Jamaica, in where I live, in the part of the country where I live. So where I live, them call it country, right? But it's not like people visited Jamaica. People who visited Jamaica like way back in the day when the infrastructure wasn't as stable and things weren't as modern. Jamaica has stepped up its game, right? So the houses are much better. The water situation is not perfect, but it's better. Electricity definitely is much better. You know, it's not, the place is not perfect, but it's better. So now if you are willing to sacrifice some of the comforts that you're used to, like having water come out your tap 24/7 without any interruptions, then you can get a lower rent for the place that you stay. But then if you want the comforts that you have here in America, like where I live, you can live like I live in the country, but the closest biggest town that we have to us is in Mandeville, and you can rent a house or an apartment for about 55,000 Jamaican dollars for the month, right? So let's see, 55,000 Jamaican dollars for the month is like $370 American for the month, right? And that's like with that's like an apartment that's really nice and set up, and modern fixtures and nice tile flooring and garbage service. So you just put your garbage out and you'll have someone, the garbage trucks come and take your garbage all the time, and there's a modern sewer system, and the water is always coming out the pipe, so you don't gotta worry. Then you can spend that much. I opted for living in the community that I grew up in, so I did do some growing in Jamaica, so I was used to a certain lifestyle, so it didn't bother me much to stay in a smaller, more rural community. That's a community that I grew up in, so I opted for a house. I rented a whole house that was a 2-bedroom, but like it's still a big house, and I'll try to find pictures and videos of the house and make a video of that if anybody wants to see that. But the only thing is there's no the city doesn't run any water there, so I had to buy water, and the water is on a tank on the top of the house. And so I have to buy water for me weekly. But I've seen people in Jamaica that are so used to living without all these things, they're used to living a lot simpler than I live. So they'll make the same amount of water that I was using last for 2 weeks. Girl, listen, I have to take a shower every day, twice a day. The girls take a shower every day. I cooked, clean, flush the toilets often enough. So I would have to buy water once a week, and buying water once a week came up to about $4,000 per week, right? So that's about 6 4s is 24, so it's $24 a week for water. And then the electricity. So the electricity is kind of janky in these kind of communities because they have something called teeth-in lights. Stuff that I used to see way back in the day when I was real young, when people used to steal electricity from Con Edison when we was in New York. But you can't do that no more. But in Jamaica, they still do it. And for the people that pay, that don't know how to do that or are scared to do that, like myself, I'm a punk. I don't got this heartless kind of attitude like Jamaicans do. Like they don't care. They don't care. They gangster. I'm not. I'm puss. So I didn't do no teeth-in light, although I could have probably got somebody to do it for me. But that is either here nor there. I used to pay a light bill, and the light bill sometimes would come up to about 20,000 Jamaican dollars. So that's about $140 for the month, right? So the water is 140, right? So let's do some calculation. The water is 140. No, the light is 140. The water was $24. 24 bucks a week. Times that by 4. So the water is about $100. So 100 plus 140, that's 240, plus the rent was, how much did I say the rent was? $370. So plus 370. So all in for the whole month, basic living, so that's light, water, and my rent. You don't pay sewer, because the sewer is the toilet flush. It goes into like a pit underneath the property somewhere, and I guess you well, not I guess, but when the pit is full, then you pay a truck to come and suck out whatever is in the pit. Nasty stuff. I don't really think about it, but and you pay that, and that usually only happens like once every 2-3 years, if that. Like I said, people are very conservative about how they use their water in their toilets in Jamaica, in that area, especially because they don't have it like that. So all in for the whole month, all in is $600 and about $610. 600. Let's round it to $650 for the month for basic living needs. Still cheaper than what I was paying every month for my mortgage, right? Way cheaper than what New Yorkers are paying. Way cheap. Like, I don't know how you get out of New York. Get out. You'll never reach anywhere if you're working a regular job and you're not a doctor, lawyer, somebody that's making at least $200,000 to $300,000 a year. Because $30,000 is most people's regular freaking income, even in New York. Like, I know people that are only making $30,000 to $40,000 for the year that live in New York. How? Please explain how you do it. You guys are magicians. They talk about people are magical. New Yorkers are magical. Magic magicians, warlocks and witches, something, because I don't understand how y'all make it. And with kids. How? Please explain this to me. I want to know. I need to understand. But anyway, so all in for the whole month is $600 and about, I'm rounding it up to $650 just for some wiggle room. All right? So that's one thing, the cost of living and how much it costs. Yes, ma'am.
Who go down a yard and not tell them this? If you now make $40,000 to $60,000 in America yearly after tax, we are struggle. If when we check this year and the end of the year come and you look for your W2 and you not see after them pull all of the tax them, you never make 40 or 60,000, we are struggle. One bedroom, $1,500 to $1,700 monthly. Food, I go run you one good $600 monthly. Transportation, we are talking about the insurance, we are talking about the gas. You go pay about $500-600 give or take. If you pay health insurance at your job, $400 to $800 gone easily. Just the health insurance alone. Additional to what IRS take out, and them other tax here and there. Yeah, so after tax, one person in America if you carry home $3,300. And if you want to do the win-win, try carry home $5,000 after tax. You will see a way with $5,000. You never know. Who go down a yard and tell them this? Only they know say 60% of people in America do not have $1,000 in them bank account. Jamaicans wanna stress out on yourself about this place for and the hype and the this and the that. 60% of them do not have $1,000 in them bank account.
Listen to me, Jamaicans. Live the simplest life you can in America. Oh God, me mess up already. And me coming and me don't want to make you see a mistake. Live a simple life and save no money. One of the things we have to understand in America is that the people them will love go out there and I could travel and I could do this and do that. They always come back a beg $20. Sometimes they come back and they can't even pay them rent. Sometimes they come back and they don't have no money. Them have to do the job. Them must stress out themselves for work. Them not have no money. Jamaicans, people will have money invest. They don't do things for the eyes. We don't never know.
So I get this question a lot. Why me and my black family of four, we decided to move outside of the United States. And the biggest reason was because of the food. Do y'all see what's going on with the food in the United States? Have you cooked food lately and it just turned into plastic? Have you cooked food lately and it just didn't go bad? Have you asked yourself why you can't find a watermelon with seeds in it? Have you asked yourself why you can't find grapes with seeds in it? Have you asked yourself what is a genetically modified food ingredient? Have you asked yourself what the hell a bioengineered food ingredient is? Have you asked yourself what it might be doing to our food? Have you asked yourself why we just recently had a recall on thousands and thousands of bottles of Fiji water? Have you asked yourself why we've had a recall on noodles? Have you asked yourself why they're now saying they're trying to connect bird flu with eggs? Have you asked yourself why they need to pump all this sodium and antibiotics in our food, including our meats? Have you thought about the amount of sodium that's pumped into our meats even before we get it to our table and then we cook that food for our family? Just how much sodium we're eating? Have you ever wondered why we have so many people with high blood pressure, diabetes, and why cancer is just running rampant? Have you wondered why eczema, so many people have skin issues? Have you ever wondered why you couldn't lose weight? I do believe that if you want to be a healthy person, that you have to be living in an environment that's conducive to your health. I travel a lot, and most of the time when I travel and come back into the United States and have been gone from outside the United States a lot for a long period of time, I actually lose weight. Have you wondered why some of these food dyes that are allowed in our food, the red food dyes, the yellow, the green food dyes, how it's allowed inside the United States, but other countries actually have those food dyes banned? So if moving outside the United States is not for you, I get it. Consider growing your own fruits and vegetables, or just travel more. Travel more so that you can see life outside of the United States and how it is. Do not believe the hype. Do not believe what's going on in the news. Me and my family are thriving, and we are blessed, and we are getting healthier, and we are detoxing from the health and relearning things being outside of the United States. We are actually learning how to heal ourselves in a natural way with herbs and fruits and vegetables and just thriving. So, as I said, if you and your family, if moving outside of the United States is not a thing for you, stay woke, because that's the smart thing to do these days. Stay woke. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research on the meat and what's going on. And if you haven't, check out this series on Netflix. It's called What the Health. Stay educated and stay woke.
You know, it's okay if you pack up from foreign and go back to your yard. It's okay. It's okay if you've migrated and you decide that this is not working out. I am going back to Jamaica. Nothing is wrong with that. And we need to normalize people doing that instead of staying in a foreign country and suffer. It makes no sense for us to stay in a foreign country if we're not doing well. And doing well doesn't necessarily mean that you have a house, you have a car, you have a good job. Doing well also means that you're not coping mentally. You're just not happy. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter who you're around. You're not happy. Now, the other day, somebody told me that, you know, somebody that we both know, that person decided to go back home. And I said, good for her. Good for her. Because if you're really not happy here, if you're not getting the kind of job that you want, you come to Canada and you just realize it doesn't matter what you try, it doesn't matter what kind of qualifications you have. You've gotten certified here in Canada, you have your qualifications from back home in Jamaica. Listen, sometimes we have master's degrees and we can't get a good job over here. If you realize that you're not getting back to the status after 4 years, 5 years, the kind of lifestyle that you used to live in Jamaica, you're not able to do that in Canada or the United States, go back home. A lot of us come here and we leave house, we leave car, we left good jobs. Our kids were in private schools, the best of the best in Jamaica, and we come here and we're just not getting that standard of living. Even though you might have a job, you might, you know, be able to buy a house, but that standard of living that you had in Jamaica, that good job that made you feel like, oh, you know, you're actually meeting your targets and meeting your goals in terms of, you know, your career. You have to start all over from scratch, and sometimes even after 4 or 5 years, you're still not there. Let's normalize saying, you know what? There's no shame in it. I'm going to pack up and I'm going to go back to my home country because this is not working out. It's okay. There's no shame in it. Pack up and just go back home. Nothing wrong with it. Let's go pack up and come back home.
I came to America and learned how to drive a truck. I have never driven a truck before until I came to this country. This country will teach you independence. If you don't know independence, this country will teach you independence. I am going straight back home because if I was at home, I would have so many family members to help me do stuff. I am moving straight back home. Look. And I use all that and everything. Listen, I am not the girly that you think that I am. I do want to be a girl. I am a girl. I do want to be feminine. But I'm not allowed to in a country like this with no man. And I'm not just going to take up any man just to say I have a man. Okay?
Alright guys, thank you for checking out the channel. And remember to like, share and subscribe for the latest in dancehall and reggae music. Jamaica Dancehall Voice, signing out.